show for June 17th. And we have our guest going to be with us in a moment, Dr. Bradley Olson. He's here, and we'll have him up in a moment. And it's a whole 68 degrees out there. And let's get him, we'll get him on up here on the queue. Just 1 second, folks. And we'll have Dr. Olson with us. We'll take down this one thing here. Take down the head, and we'll have him up in just a moment here. Yeah, we'll have him up here. Well, he should be coming here in a second. Now there he is. There he is.
Hey.
Okay. He's back, and it's a whole 68 degrees. I'll get that thermometer out of there. It's my report of the weather outside.
Okay, at least it's not my temperature.
Here. It stopped raining here, so that's good. So, Dr. Olson, thank you for joining me. I met Dr. Olson a couple of times at some youth summits by Dr. Peggy Hicks in Aurora, and Dr. Hicks worked with Dr. Olson on her degree program, I believe. Is that correct?
That's correct. She was my PhD student, and now she's Dr. Peggy Hicks.
Yeah, so he worked with her on these things. So we're going to just discuss. We had an AI discussion at this last youth conference, and one was AI in education, and we can branch out from that. But Dr. Olson, you want to discuss a little about what your feelings about AI and the current state of education?
Sure. So, I mean, on the one hand, I don't want to sound, too conspiracy oriented that AI is going to destroy our world. On the other, and I do love AI. I use AI all the time, and for those of you who might not, use it that so much, it's like very much like a searching on a browser for some topic that you might want, except
We use that, right?
Except we're having a little bit more of a back and forth conversation, and AI, it's not human. It's not really even artificial intelligence. Well, it is artificial intelligence. It seems like it's intelligence. It's using complicated math and probabilities and advanced computer science to basically act as if it's a human being. And I can ask it any questions I want, and I have a paid subscription with ChatGPT, so I can ask it questions, and it remembers my past issues, and I can ask it all kinds of things. But for young people, I mean, what are the challenges with young people in general with technology and social media is that they've been becoming, as I'm sure many of you have seen your grandchildren, children, in your households. They're oftentimes in their room on their phone, and some of the normal, the dinners that we used to have and the conversations that the technology is kind of edging its way into these real human relationships, and that can be problematic, particularly for some youth who are struggling in other areas. I mean, a lot of young people, they could have tons of friends on social media, and yet the quality of their relationships are kind of are superficial, and they can report much higher levels of loneliness and depression and social anxiety. And so, my kind of concern as a psychologist, and particularly a community psychologist, is how do we navigate? They're developing brains, and they're new to the world, and they're and social interactions. I mean, those are some of the most valuable pieces of existence. So, to the extent there are all kinds of challenges, and I don't want to get rid of AI, but I think we all do need to be responsible for helping helping young people navigate this world in a safer way.
Yeah, I had my mayor friend here in my city of Batavia. We were talking about AI, and he was basically saying he wrote I forgot who he was writing to, but it was a letter that his secretary had, and then they threw it in AI, and it basically improved the letter. He was pretty impressed, and it sounded just like him too. So that's, I guess, there's the plus side there,
There is a
and
plus side.
I
Yeah.
assume that can also with students. I think you guys were talking. We had another professor there from Elgin community, Dr. Gaddis, about how the do work when you do a paper or something, and is it your work or is it AI's work or is it a little combination or how you pull that
What are
together?
the boundaries? What are the boundaries? I mean, we learn a lot from cognitive struggle. And a lot of us who have gone through school or interacted in the world, I mean, learning sometimes takes some work. And for people, there are many young people with disabilities, with ADHD, who are on the spectrum, who could
Okay.
really benefit from AI. AI can solve a lot of their challenges in the ways our environment doesn't support them as it does more
Well,
neurotypical children.
I just noticed that the other day at my church. It could be used with disabilities or others. There's translation
Yes, that
that
too.
they're using. The speaker speaking, and you get the translation. It's, I'd say, 95% good.
Probably better. Yep.
There's few, but it's better than nothing. I guess we could look at it that way. So I assume with disabilities, talking or other things or getting things, that would be a help for those with
And
disabilities.
and there are other young people who are plagiarizing, who are uh, going out having fun, getting what used to take hours and hours of hard mental labor, and they're sort of getting higher degrees without um, absorbing the knowledge that is necessary to function in our world. So there's all sorts of trade-offs, and I don't think we've really teased apart what those boundaries are. What is it okay to get some ideas? Is it okay to, have put on a final revision? I've got some of my fellow faculty members are like, absolutely no AI. One of my faculty, Dr. Erica Mingo. She's bringing back these old blue books, so people have to write their
Oh yeah, you
answers.
mentioned about that the other
Yeah,
day about doing it in a writing book.
yeah. And then others of us are on having meetings with our students, and we're using AI too. I'm like, let's see what ChatGPT says about this. But then we're having further discussion about it. So it's not sort of replacing our dialogue. It's enhancing our back and forth.
Yeah, it's and then, well, I think we knew this. I think we were saying this a few weeks ago when we were at the discussion. You were at that discussion was, but the leading companies that are represented on the Dow Jones top 10 companies, I guess most of them, I don't know about all of them, but I think we'd say most of them are AI orientated. I mean, that's driving our stock market. So that's the other side of the push here, too,
It's
isn't
going
it?
to impact our work world too. I mean, I've heard that some companies are realizing that it is more costly to use AI than human beings, but there's been mass layoffs because I mean, we used to worry about robots putting together automotives, but
Right?
now it's work like it's more some of that blue white collar work, accounting and those type of things, it's very tempting for those who are most concerned about the stock market to say our only goal is we're required to be profit driven, and that's their only focus. And if profit driven means laying off human beings, I
Right,
don't think they're going to realize. I mean, they must realize, but I mean, if consumers don't have any money and everybody loses their job, no one's going to be able
right.
to feed the economic system. So, quite the conundrum.
Then the data center debate is related to the AI too, because AI uses a lot of computer power and needs that type of
It,
stuff.
it needs fresh water. It needs fresh water to cool down, and these places, these states that are tempted with millions and millions of dollars to put data centers. These are some of the places where the biggest droughts have occurred. So, the struggles around water scarcity are going to become more and more, and and AI is built. So if I ask my Chat GPT a question, I want its feedback on how should I approach this delicate situation. It will end with, well, if you want to learn more about this, it's always trying to tempt you to use it more. And so the more we use it, the more that water is gone. And so there's all kinds of, as with any technology, there's new threats. I had one of my fellow faculty members said, well, we've had a microwave oven, and that was new technology. And I'm like, no, this is more like nuclear weapons. This is a little bit more serious than a microwave.
Talking
The
about
threat.
microwaves, I have a friend, she's reluctant to get one, and I say, don't be so reluctant.
I have one of those too. Yep.
Well, this is this is the site of new technology all over. It's from the printing press to what that brought. And it brought the Bible, but it brought other things too, and brought good knowledge, and then it brought some other stuff we don't maybe want to see.
True.
And same with the radio, the TV. We can go down the list of technology things, and we can say the car is good, but maybe you get in an accident and kill someone. So that's the downs. It's
Yep.
we're hit and run. Anyway, technology's got both sides, and we'll hope this is. I believe it could be. I think if we use it correctly, it's a gift from God. But we got to use it in the correct manner, and
We need
worry
we
about
need to we need to
what
spend
now.
more money on we need to spend more money on ethics and morality and
Oh, that is a
attention
very true
so that
statement.
human beings can keep up with this technology.
Yeah, that is. Yes, that is. Some people just want to shove that aside and just move right ahead. And no, that is the whole story. And about ethics, I was listening, and you're in psychology. Have you ever heard of a guy named Lucas Bean?
I have not. I have not.
Well, anyway, the guy was talking about why Trump is so popular with people, and he used the pro wrestling analogy that people know that it's fake, but they love it.
They love it. It's yep. We all love excitement. We love the thrill,
I think he
and
called it
even if it's egregious.
KFAPE syndrome or something, or the order of K, and then with FAPE. I go, well, anyway, it's like you disregard your own self, even, that it's fake, but you just love it so much.
That's right. There's a saying that if you want a circus, then elect a clown.
Yeah. Well, I don't
I just a
Okay,
joke. Just a
but
joke.
anyway, that was one. And then this guy had another one about. Let me see, what was the other one now about? Oh, oh no, I just got old all of a sudden. Sorry, forgot what the other thought I was going to give. This guy had another report. See, what was the other one? It's related. Well, how Trump gets on Obama all the time, and he called that part of, I don't know, maybe you know more about narcissism, some part of that that he's got to.
Deflection, yep, deflection. I
He's,
think I heard recently that I mean, just this week that Obama was even blamed for the algae in the and the reflecting pool
yeah,
in
he gets
D.C.
blamed
So
for everything, and the thought was that he can't hardly get a word out without blaming Obama.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
the guy went down some lists. I don't know where he got them, but it's not. But he was using, data that seemed reliable. I don't like to put out that happens too easily. I've had some reports that they make things up. You know, we could say they make things up on both sides. I've seen a little on the one side, but sometimes the quote moderate left progressives can make up something too. I mean, stretch it. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and I mean that gets back to the AI issue because if young people are handing over their critical thinking to AI, then they're going to be growing up, and we're going to, have a United States that's going to not question reality. They're going to buy into more of what those who want to influence things. The more that they're going to say without being able to question it, and that's kind of one of the risks of the future.
Yeah, to be the education, could you could control AI or what you put in AI actually, right? The
Uh,
information.
yeah, better questions and better critical questions to AI will produce better results. So I think there's also a skill and an art to using AI in the best way.
Yeah, so it can be used. It's got a lot of pluses and minuses, and we'll hope the pluses come out ahead here. That's what we want. We want to be on the positive side.
Some of the other
And
dilemmas. I mean, there are a lot of people who are lonely, and kind of I think one of the scary realities is that people are finding. I mean, people are actually dating their AI.
oh, you
That
mentioned that. I
Yeah.
never heard. What was the name of it? You
Oh,
can
what
get your own girlfriend. I
character?
could get my own girlfriend now on AI or
Right. You
whatever.
you could have several. Um,
Oh, several. All right.
and they'll agree with everything you say, and they'll be polite and very non-human.
Oh,
But
you call it character something, right?
oh,
Character.
character AI. Yes, you
Yeah.
basically you pick this character. Young people can do it, and it's their friend. And so I
Right.
mean, sometimes a single parent it does not have enough opportunity to spend time with that child. The child's lonely. Real relationships are complicated and difficult. That's part of the difficulty of reality. And so it's very tempting to say, real human beings are too complicated. I've got everything I need right here.
Uh,
And that is not what I think we want for humanity.
that brings up the question: how early you get on the computer, or how early do you get a
That
phone,
too. That too.
and how much do the parents control that, or do they use
Setting the
do they use the
limits.
computer or the phone as a babysitter, or whatever you want to call it?
Exactly, exactly. And there are good ways to use AI to do creative things, to get out in nature and figure out real things to do. And
It's the
and
same
and
as the TV could be that way too. I get attracted to news shows, to be honest with you. And it's the same with the TV, can attract you from reading or doing other good interactive things.
Right. Yeah, the images are just getting like on TikTok, the images are just getting faster and kicking in those neurotransmitters, that dopamine to give pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. And I mean, some people, some young people can't even read a book. I mean, a book is too much of
Oh,
a
really?
chore for them. Yeah.
Reminds me, I got to read one book here. If I want to have a book author on one of these podcasts, so I should read the book. But maybe I don't have to. The late Larry King, he had all these people on book interviews. He never read one.
Right.
You just ask why you should read the book or things like that. what's the book about? And stuff like that, so you don't read it. Well, he was
Yeah,
pretty successful, Larry King was. So,
he was. He had
well,
the charm.
Doctor, thank you very much, Dr.
Thank
Bradley
you, John.
Olson, for being with us. And I'll just say we won't get into this today, but the gas prices, I check them every day, Doctor, and they're a little lower. And we'll discuss more on Friday where they I think they're going to stop here in a minute, but they're dropping a little, maybe 4 or 5 cents. I'm where I'm at. It's a little below $4 for a gallon of regular now, and Illinois is a little lower. And the country is running right now at under $4 on the average for the whole country. But we don't live out in California. That's another story. That's where it's high. So Dr. Olson, thank you very much for
Thank
being with me
you.
today. And we'll be back on Friday, Lord willing. Next Monday, we're going to have his person that was with Dr. Olson at this conference. Dr. Gaddis is going to
Oh,
join
he's
me,
a
Dr.
pleasure.
Benson Gaddis.
You
What was
will
that?
you will all enjoy him.
Yeah, we will. We've
He's
had
a
him on
bright
several
guy.
times.
Bright guy.
So thank you, Dr. Bradley Olson, for being with us today. God bless you all now, and we'll see you then on Friday.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.